Okay, hello folks. This is part one of our How to Make a Mini Comic series. Um, Part one is going to focus on planning the publication because you need to know what your final product is supposed to be before you start filling the pages. We will do this in stages so that you know exactly um, what I do to make a 20-page mini comic. 8-page mini comics are very easy. I figured I'd show how to make a longer one so that you'll know. Um, First, let's take a look at the equipment we're going to need to have on hand as we proceed through the making of our mini comic. This is a standard paper cutter. And we have a long necked stapler. That will be part of the assembly, which will basically be the end of the series, but um, you want to have them before you even think of starting to make your mini comic. So go online, look them up, order them, have them delivered to your house, or you can, if you're out and about, stop at Office Depot or whatever and see if they have those types of things. Whatever is best for you. Now, what I want to do here is, this is a sheet of paper. I'm going to fold it once. I'm going to fold it twice so that it is that shape. Now, if you're making an 8-page mini comic, what you do is you go through and write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And back page is the 8, front page is the 1. You want to have it so that the top is the factory cut corner. That's the top. So we'll go through real quick and actually show this how it goes. Stop at 4 so that I don't have to. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll notice that pages are upside down to each other on this format, and that's important because when you eventually cut the paper, you want to have the bottom part being the part that gets cut, and you want the factory cut on the top. So that I'd keep numbering and make that the 8-page template so that we know where each page goes on the printed sheet. But I wanted to show how to make the 20-pager. So I'm going to take a second and a third sheet of paper. And we're going to continue our numbering from 4. If we put those all into a book so that the middle is sandwiched by all the other ones, we are not going to be using 4 pages because 8 times 3 is 24. We only want 20 pages, so I'm going to show you exactly why and how we use that extra 4 pages that are there in just a second. But we're not going to write on them. So let's go 5, 6, 7, 8, to the next paper. We're using 4 of them. Cover of that one's 9, 10, 11. Now we're going on to the second half, 12. I'm going to set that one aside. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So now we have one sheet that has the cover, which is page 1, and the last page, which is page 20, next to each other. And you see the numbers are upside down, and that's important. I'll show you what we're going to be doing with this all in just a second. Before I go there, this here page that has the only the top numbers on it, what we want to do with that is basically do the exact same thing on the bottom half as on the top half. So the number 10 here will be upside down here. The number 11 there will be upside down there, and so on. So let's do this up real quick. 10, 11, 12. So when this paper gets printed at the same time as the rest of the sheets, you print half as many of them, cut them in half, and you have the same number as your full sheets. That is why those are both on, and they're upside down to each other. They'll be exactly the same on the top as the bottom. Cut them, and there you go. All right. Now, these templates that we have here show where the pages are going to go. We want to put them into a computer template, which will then be what you print from. I'm not going to show you how to fill the pages in this particular video. I will do a separate video on how I particularly go from script to finished art, to cleaning up the art, to putting them into the template. But first I wanted to show how to make the template. So I'm going to turn this sucker around and see if we can show the video screen with hey, look, that's really cool. Anyway, I want to bring up this program here. This is called Scribus. It is a free program. You can get it downloaded onto your computer, installed, and it is open source. It does almost everything that you could possibly want in a page making publication, etc., etc. And it's free. So anyone can get it, anyone can use it. You can also use things like Microsoft Publisher or Adobe products, PageMaker, things like that. There's a lot of different ones that you can use, but that's the one that I prefer because then it's free, and really need to see how well this is staying on the camera. I feel goofy. How is that? I have a feeling that that will be pretty good. I can't really test it. I'll have to see how it out after we finish the recording. This is one single 8.5 by 11 page opened up from scratch. Um, this will start our template, and I'm going to do it from scratch, not just um, give you a fully completed one. So you need to know how to get there if you want to from scratch. So we're going to go to right click and then manage guides. I'm going to put a horizontal one and a vertical one. I'm going to apply to all pages and close. Now you can see that the template has 4 squares, just like folds on our template. I have margins that are on this by default at looks like 1/2 inch. So we do not want to, I want to say page properties. That was our right click, page properties, and then go to margin guides. We're going to go and put in 0.125, 125, 125, and 125. I'm going to hit OK, and you'll see that that margin is now smaller. 0.125 is important because you never, ever, ever on a home printer or other type of photocopy or anything like that have anything that goes past that, because it will not print, or it will print fuzzy and it won't look good. You don't want to put any parallel lines that are on any page closer to the edge of that, because they will show up as wedges, and there are ways to fix that. We'll get into it in more advanced how-tos later, but for now I just wanted to show how templates made. We have one page. I want to add pages. I'm going to yeah, right clicking doesn't do it. Let's go up to page, and let's insert. Where do we go? Anyway, let's go to document setup. It's file document setup. Layout, margin speed, save it down to page size, use splits. That's not what I want either. All right, I'm officially not remembering how to add pages. Let's see what I'm doing wrong here. Edit page. Oh, page insert. Insert. We're gonna the pages we need to insert are going to be, this is the front of one sheet, we need the back of that sheet, and then we need 2 more sheets after that. So we're going to need to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages to this template. So let's do that real quick. Okay. Now we've got 6 pages. It did not pick up my guides. Let's redo that and apply to all pages. There we go. It didn't pick up my margins really, so let's also how do we get those in there? Manage guides, manage page properties. That's what it was. We have to do that to each page. I guess so. Anyway, that's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's necessary to get everything right. Okay, I'll fix the rest in a minute. I wanted to finish off. Here's my written out first sheet. It's got 120, so we need to put some text on this page. We're going to draw with the text tool a little box. Okay, double click in it, put a 1, make it larger. There we go. Text. Let's increase the font size so it's nice and big. Okay, there's one. Now I can click that. I'm going to use the Control Copy and then Control V to duplicate a few of those. Now I should be able to move them into individual squares. This on my template sheet is 20. So I'm going to double click, backspace, hit 20. And that's not exactly how I want it to get there. Let me show you a better way after I resize it again so that I don't have to keep resizing things. Click on the whole thing. This is a 4. That's not what I wanted to do either, but I'm trying to remember myself how to do things as I go here. It's been a long time since I actually made a template and didn't just use a template that I made. So hopefully that's much of a pain in the ass for you to bear with me on. I am enlarging this for, come on. Why isn't it going automatically? Doesn't seem to want to be enlarging. Oh, it's because I'm doing the line spacing. Hey, do this for yourself if you do. I'll probably make one that is available just for you to download, and it'll be in the information below this video. You can just um, not have to go through all of this, but I'm showing you how in case you want to. All right, this particular thing, I want to rotate it. So I'm going to find, let's see if I can remember how to do this. There it is up here. Let's rotate it. Okay, that's not doing anything. Somewhere in here is a way to do that. Take a look around. Spelling, view, edit. Grouping, level loading, send to layer, just image, just page table. Oh, there it is. I'm remembering now. Ignore my brain. We're going to just see if I can just. Now we're going to go ahead and turn that around. Guess there's got to be an easier way to do it, but we'll see in just a second if this. Is there an easier way to get to this? There's got to be. Oop, no, I seem to be going that sort of direction. Anyway, that's 180. Now I know the number. I guess I have just. And now this is page 17. A little bigger so that the 7 shows up. I'm going to go up here to the rotate. 180. And enter that. All right, boom, just like that. That's better. Click in it, and okay, come on, be nice. There we go. Now we know where to put our final pages on each sheet. I'm going to go through and finish this template off camera because it is a little time consuming here and I don't want to make too long of a video. But this is how we make the template that we are going to use for printing our publication once we have content. We're planning a 20 pager just to be more complicated than an 8-page mini comic so that you guys can figure it out and get it done. I think that's going to be all for this particular video. The template making will be basically the same for each page following this, so you can figure it out from there. And I'll make my own templates available to anybody for different size publications. You can comfortably make a mini comic up to 40, 48 pages probably before your stapler isn't going to want to get through the spine. So as that goes, you can make these templates as complicated as you want up to that page count, or as simple as you want for an 8-pager. That 20 would be an 8, basically. So anyway, that is how we are getting our publication planned out so that it will be ready to print when we get the content into it. Having this before you even draw your pages is a good idea because it makes wrapping things up so much easier to have a template to plug your work into and go from there. In the next video of this series, I'm going to show you basically how I filled the template. I'm going to show basically how I went from script, finished pages, and then the additional content and logos and all the different aspects of the pages that make up a publication. And so that will be a important video as well. And hopefully this one here has provided you with lots of information as far as getting things ready to print. Um, from here, we will talk again soon. I'm going to finish this template. All right, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button because Periodical Paradise is here to stay. We're going to start doing reviews on a weekly basis. The other aspects of things will develop as they go. Talk to you later.